In this day and age, it's difficult to do jerk comedy.
Relax, chum. I'm not really a giant fly. I'm a horrible robot!
As I've brought up before, media, critics, film, and TV goers nowadays are challenged more than ever with media created now and even decades ago. Could Michael Scott be made today?
Little kid lover. That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at.
Is it okay for a child like Cartman from South Park to be mouthy, vulgar, and disgusting?
Swear on my mother's life, Butters, I'm not going to stick anything yucky in your mouth. Okay!
Both of these characters belong in a subgenre I like to call jerk comedies. Insufferable human beings that are created with the intention of entertainment. It's difficult to do, even more so in today's current media climate. However, one show has succeeded and done so under next to no real attention, and that's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
These people like you more than they like me.
Oh, whoa, well maybe it's comments like that.
I meant those people in there, not all black people. What am I supposed to say in that situation?
You should say something different.
It's Always Sunny is now on its 14th season and has achieved cult status due to its characters, inside jokes, and undeniably hilarious jerk humor.
Look at those massive thighs.
Yeah, those are good thighs, yeah, but you're gonna have a problem with work ethic.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. You can't be saying things
No, dude, I'm not saying that because he's black. I'm saying he's asleep in his chair.
Due to the sheer size of this show, this review will be broken up into parts. If you want to hear more about how the show succeeds, or just thoughts on some of my favorite episodes in future seasons, let me know in the comments.
Who's the nerd now, bitch?
That was fun. I feel like a gangster.
Shut up, Gary.
It's Always Sunny follows a gang of friends, known as, well, the Gang.
Why do these people like you guys so much?
Well, dude, it's not that they like us, it's that they don't like you.
The gang includes Dennis, his sister Dee, their friends Charlie and Mac, and in season 2 would enter veteran actor Danny DeVito as Dennis and Dee's father, Frank. The gang run the fictional bar Patty's Pub in South Philadelphia. The gang basically epitomizes asshole behavior.
You don't find me attractive? No. And you're, what, not gonna have sex with me? No, this is ridiculous. I'm out of here.
Whether it be Mac's incredible egotism and lust for any woman that walks by to, well, really any unethical behavior that you can think of.
Bro, can I get my towel over my face again?
Oh, yeah, put your towel on your face.
All right, here we go.
Action.
I'm gonna get a weapon.
Episodes usually involve them scheming elaborate setups for money, women, or even conspiring against each other for personal gain. My overview on the show will take place for the show's first 3 seasons, which includes some well-written episodes and absolutely hilarious moments.
If you could give us some advice on how to handle a certain situation, then we promise we will come back with our butts filled.
Oh, so filled.
Before getting into a deep dive about this show, I had no intention of watching the show. Well, ever. Like most that had heard the summaries, experienced trailers, etc., the show's jerk behavior highlighted is extremely off-putting.
What's wrong with my body?
So many things. I mean, your breasts, they're like tiny. Your gut is huge.
We're a D cup.
Well, you're just lying about that, all right?
In the case of someone like Michael Scott, we as an audience learn to care about him through some of his more admirable actions.
Sometimes goodbyes are a bitch.
T-shirt idea. Goodbye stink.
That really isn't ever the case for the gang.
Boys are out tonight, huh?
This is unbelievable. What the hell is going on here? You got black women crawling all over you, and this Mary over here is the belle of the ball.
In this case, the best summary of the show is to really look at it like a bunch of adult Cartmans. I had never intended to watch this show, but within the first episode, I was immediately hooked.
People have been coming on to you for like weeks now.
Just thought you were into gay dudes.
I am not into gay dudes.
The first season features some downright challenging material, including death, abortion, Nazis, rape, racism, etc. However, the behavior of the gang, while hilarious and downright disturbing at times, is never really meant to glorify their actions.
Change your plans.
What happened?
Your mother seems happy.
Shit.
I just can't have that, D.
The second episode of the first season features some great imagery in regards to abortion. In the episode, the gang, primarily Mac and Dennis, fake being involved with the right to live versus pro-choice protests in order to pick up women.
Dad, you don't understand the week I've been having. I met a girl at one of these organizations who is a freak. I mean, she's like the dirtiest chick I've ever met in my life.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mac, who originated the scam of sorts, brings Dennis into the fold. Dennis, mid-protest, decides to jump the fence to the other side and in the process gets stuck. The protests break out with Dennis stuck on a fence suspended in air being hammered with eggs. The entire situation, created by the gang's lust to snag a woman, involves some rather fascinating and even hilarious imagery.
You're gonna burn!
Season 2, Episode 3 also features one of my favorite episodes in the show's run, entitled Dennis and Dee Go on Welfare. In an attempt to pursue their dreams, Dennis and Dee quit their jobs and go on welfare.
Because we've made really big plans.
I'm gonna be a veterinarian.
Yeah, and I am gonna move to New York, and I'm gonna be on Broadway.
However, based on the rules for welfare, they have to have a medical condition or a drug addiction. So, Dennis and Dee, to pass their blood tests for welfare, get addicted to crack. However, the two then get addicted to crack and miss their appointments for welfare.
But we need money to buy crack. I'm sorry. Did you get addicted to crack? Did somebody get addicted to crack?
The entire setup is absolutely hilarious and is absolutely unexpected.
Crack.
Watching the first 3 seasons, you immediately catch yourself saying one phrase: how did they do this back then?
I'm a recovering crackhead. This is my retarded sister that I take care of. I'd like some welfare, please.
Let me get this straight. You want to put your baby into a tanning bed.
That's correct. I was going to that movie, Apocalypse Now, Napalm in the Morning.
Is that the new Mel Gibson movie?
No.
Did you see Passion of the Christ? I saw it 12 times.
Okay.
The show's challenging content, like South Park, never restrains itself from going places that are uncomfortable or frowned upon in today's society.
In 1 hour, we're gonna have Margaret shoot one of you in the face.
And if any of you try to escape, we'll massacre you in a blaze of glory, and then play with your bodies.
Especially Dennis.
However, after a brief pause, one has to remember this show is still running. In fact, with the renewal for the 14th season, it is now tied with the record for the longest live-action show. This show, even today, 14 years later, is still challenging in content.
No, not here, like in here.
What are you doing?
What do you want me to do?
So, how does it get away with it? I think a few things help the show in that regard. One, at least in my opinion, the show is almost treated as a fairy tale. From the music, the episode's text at the beginning of every episode, to every wacky, out-of-this-world con. None of this feels real. In the case of Michael Scott, the mockumentary-style formatting, mixed with the attempt to make everything feel like a real office space, makes the character actions feel more real than, say, a group of nobodies that run a bar attempting to play for an NFL team. The other thing, for the most part, besides a few wackos like the McPoyles,
If you want to be a McPoyle, you've got to earn that the hard way.
everyone in the world of the show condemns and is even disgusted by the gang.
It's not really my thing, coach.
Spoken like a true champion. You just might make the team.
Awesome, really?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't give you the house. That's not how this whole situation works. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Hey, say hi to those folks for me.
I will, thanks.
All right.
That little prick's going to hell.
Failing the conversation. Wait a second, so you're not pregnant,
No.
and this was a test.
Yeah.
Did it fail?
Have a nice life, asshole.
Everyone realizes that these people are awful. The last, perhaps most helpful note to the show's success, its cult status. Sure, the show is on a record pace for episode production. However, besides stunt coordination, its clever writing has never won an Emmy. Furthermore, despite its die-hard supporters, the show's record-setting viewer rating was a mere 1.5 million views. Compare that to the last season of The Big Bang Theory, which netted around 17 million viewers. It's easy to see that this challenging content might just be under the radar. I've said this once and I'll say it again on my channel. This is not a show for everyone.
A little bit of a problem with old people. Sounds a little mean, but I find them kind of creepy and scary and gross. I think they're gross.
I'm trying to be encouraging. Well, what if he doesn't get better? You're gonna look like a fool.
Mom, I gotta say, I agree with Dee. I mean, the kid's gonna die anyway. What difference does it make?
I can hear you.
Its perverse content and challenging morality is a stake that can drive any viewer away. However, the show, especially in today's PC-like world, is extremely refreshing. In a lot of ways, the show reminds me of the infamous comedian George Carlin.
Motivation is bullshit. If you ask me, this country could use a little less motivation. The people who are motivated are the ones who are causing all the trouble. Stock swindlers, serial killers, child molesters, Christian conservatives. These people are highly motivated.
His content, like the show, was always challenging but was created with the intention of entertaining and providing a unique perspective on the world.
Here is another pack of jack-offs who ought to be strangled in front of their children.
It's Always Sunny does that and more.
Now you listen to me. Do not come back here without anything up those asses!
You can find the show streaming on Hulu right now.
I thought we were gonna be playing on the link.
You think you dipshits gonna play on the same field that champions play on?
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Do you want to see part 2? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell me what episode you hope to see on Lost and Found.